Hey guys, Raj Sanger of CAS Security. Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of CAS Unplugged. In fact, our last episode was at the beginning of the year. So it's been a good 8 or 9 months. Now there's been a lot happening behind the scenes here at CAS. We've had new demo stands for home AV. We've got new detailing stands and brands. We've got new Slam Sanctuary merchandise, which is over there. We'll go into that shortly. We've got a different car on the plinth here inside the shop. We've got cars that have been sold. We have cars that are going up for sale. We've got new projects. We've got customers' cars. We've even got our own brand of suspension. So there's a lot to talk about in this episode. There's even a free giveaway. Everyone loves freebies. We've got a Meguiar's £250 goodie bag up for grabs, and one of you can win that for nothing. So guys, sit back, relax. This is going to be a long one. There's a lot to talk about, and hopefully you'll enjoy this episode. So let's start with CAS Security, or CAS as we call it. Car audio. There's been a few new products that have been added to our portfolio of products. Some of the brands have upgraded some of the tech, such as JVC Kenwood. In fact, there's a Kenwood video that's just dropped on the channel, which showcases one of the latest CarPlay products. We've had some Pioneer products as well drop recently on the channel. Suspension, we now have our own brand of suspension. It's called X-Low Suspension, and it basically fills the gap where Airlift do not provide a product for certain classic cars, especially for the European market. For example, such as the earlier classic Mercs, the C124s, W124s. So if you've got a classic car, we now have a branded suspension that you can use, and obviously we've got the Airlift management, which is the best management in the country. Now, come with me. We dropped a video on the channel recently about bass tubes and about this particular bass tube, the JBL 12-inch active bass tube. Active means that it has an amplifier built in. This video has had 400,000 views. We are blown away. So, literally blown away. So, bass tubes, is it a thing? Again, it was a thing in the 90s and the noughties. Now, if it's of interest to you, and maybe you want to see different types of bass tubes and smaller ones, there's opportunities for us to bring something else to the table. So if that is the case, drop a comment. Is there something that we're missing a trick on? Is it something that you, as the consumer and the audience, want to purchase? Let us know. But this thing sounds absolutely brilliant. Now, while I'm walking around, there's a lot of products that I'm going to mention. If you're interested in any of those products, I'm going to leave descriptions and links down below. Just at the end of this episode, go and have a watch. Now, behind me, over my right shoulder, I have Matt. We say Matt? Oh, dear. We got a mic. Here we go. Do you want to hold on to this? Go for it. So, some of you may have seen Matt before. He has been on the channel before. He loves, like me, modifying cars. He's got an amazing F-Type Jag, which he just slammed on the floor.
It's the first time you've ever complimented it, I think.
We're on camera, off camera, you know what I think of it. Now, actually, guys, it is a great car. Matt looks after Slam Sanctuary, and he looks after the detailing side. And if you recall, right at the top, I mentioned there's a competition. We'll go into that in a moment. So, what's happening with Slam? And I've got to say, Slam has had its best year. Festival of Speed, oh my God.
It was a busy few days, wasn't it?
We sold out of so much of the merch. So, what's the latest and the greatest? What's in plan for the next few months?
So there's a lot in production behind the scenes for Slam. Not all of it we can get into just yet. I think we've done a complete revamp of the website, which we're about to switch on. That's been quite a big thing for us lately. We've taken a look at sort of the direction of the brand a bit more. So we focused on separating different collections, different product lines. So we're going to have a couple of releases with a few different products in them hopefully before Ultimate Stance. Again, with a brand new revamped website. And then next year we've got a lot in the works as well, which we're not really allowed to bring out just yet.
One thing that's worked really well for us is the collab we did with Yanimize. We've represented their brand and the Slam Sanctuary brand at 3 of their events, and we've done exceptionally well. So next year we're going to ramp that up. You'll see a lot more Yanimize merch, and we'll be at the events again. The latest drop, from what I understand, is What are you calling this particular drop?
Winning streak. So we've got pine green hoodies, pine green t-shirts and black t-shirts, all with this winning streak logo embroidered on the front. Yeah, so first for us, embroidery, but it's gone down quite well.
So yeah, guys, follow the brand. Details are on the screen. Instagram is straightforward, at Slam Sanctuary. Now, detailing.
Detailing, yes. That's kicked off in the last few months, hasn't it?
Well, first and foremost, it's kicked off to a point where we've doubled the space in the showroom with detailing products. It was getting quite tired of the old stand.
Tired, cramped, busy.
And a lot of the stock was in the warehouse. And I always say, out of sight, out of mind. How can you sell a product if it's not on show? So now we've got quite a lot more on show, and we're having to refill this constantly.
Yes, refilling it because products flying out the door, and as well as sort of changing the brands, because we have a lot more brands in stock now than just that we can fit on sort of the four sides of this. This is pretty much doubled in size from the old one. At the moment, that's all the space we're really allowed in the showroom.
We could probably double again, but it's about trying to have a showroom which looks appealing to the eye and aesthetically does look good.
It's got to fit. Yeah.
It has a good flow. Now, separate website.
Indeed. So, in the last month, I would say, we have created a new brand called the Detailing Depot. So the Detailing Depot is an online marketplace that we've created to offer pretty much all of the best car brands to everyone, because a lot of people, they might prefer Meguiar's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner, but they might also prefer to use Shana Gloss Forced for pre-cleaning. So they don't always want to get all of their gear from one particular website. So that's why we've created this marketplace. I like to think we have quite good relationships with all of these brands. So it's a very unpolitical website. We're not pushing sort of a narrative with any particular brand. It's very non-biased. Yeah, it's just an online marketplace that you can get everything you need car care related.
I mean, you've added some brands recently, and one brand I never even knew existed, and that's...
We have. So the latest one we've got in is Built Hamber, based in Essex. So we've put that on the shelves in the warehouse, and it's actually, the first delivery is almost sold out quicker than we could get it on display. So we're already a couple of orders into Built Hamber, but yeah, going really well. So
competition-wise, to launch Detailing Depot, we ran a competition last week with Stana Glass, and that was £450 of goodies.
Yeah.
Somebody's already claimed that prize. Congratulations to them.
They have, lucky them.
Currently, we're running another promotion with Meguiar's. Now, Meguiar's is one of our main sponsors of CAS TV, and you'll see the logos throughout this particular episode. What are we giving away, and when is the cutoff?
Sure. So if you're watching this video, it's probably Sunday night, right?
Yes.
So this competition, this giveaway is going to end on Wednesday. We're giving away one of these Meguiar's.
So guys, dates-wise, that's Wednesday, the 2nd of October.
So we're giving away a few different products here. We've got a Meguiar's soft shell case, a few hybrid ceramic products like the hybrid ceramic detailer, hybrid ceramic wax, waterless wash and wax. That's a bit of a tongue twister, that, isn't it? And then a couple of other sort of items like applicator pads, chamois, microfibers and air fresheners. So it's a nice little all-in-one bundle. So all you need to do in order to get involved in this giveaway is head over to the detailingdepot.co.uk. On the homepage there will be a section all about this Meguiar's giveaway. You will need to sign up for our newsletter. You're not going to get spammed with any junk. It's just exciting offers, exciting new products. You need to comment on this Instagram post. I think we can put a link to it somewhere in this video. And that is it. One comment is one entry. So if you want to spam the comments, go for it with all your mates. As many entries as you like. And then about midday Wednesday, I'll put a time on there. We will close the giveaway and we will select a winner at random from the comments. That is pretty much it.
Okay, simple as that. So guys, get involved there. Free giveaway. It's not going to cost maybe 3 minutes of your time and nothing else. Now, Matt, I'll take the mic. I know you're a busy guy. Nice one.
Thank you.
Catch up with you in a bit. Now on the home side, there's been a few changes. There's some changes happening in the main home AV cinema demo room. I won't touch on that today. We'll leave that for a further episode. But most importantly, Klipsch. We've got a new demo area for Klipsch products, which is an American brand. Their stuff is amazing. Come in, have a listen. This is all set up, ready to go. Soundbar, center channel speaker, subwoofer, amplifier, everything. So one other thing, guys. So I mentioned to you about cars going up for sale. Firstly, this is not ours. This is not for sale. This belongs to Tarek. It's been shipped over all the way from South Africa. There's a separate episode on the channel if you want to learn a little bit more about Tarek's W108 Merc. But over my left shoulder is my Peugeot 205 19 GTI, which is no normal 19 GTI. It's actually an MI16, 195 brake horsepower. Both those cars will be coming down before the end of the year, ideally by the end of November, and the Pug will be going up for sale. And that's one of 6 cars that will be going up for sale in the next few months. So if you want to learn a little bit more about which other cars are going up for sale, wait till the end of the episode. Myself and Palm will go out for a drive and we'll talk about cars that are going up for sale, project cars, shows and so on. Now, let's get over into the workshop, see what's in the workshop today, and we'll talk about some of the projects that have been through the workshop as well. Let's go. Okay, first thing you can see here is this gorgeous Bentley Continental GTC. It's in for a speaker upgrade just for the front. From what I understand, this car came in because one of the front dash speakers just there is blown, and it's not been an easy job. To get into there is a bit of a challenge, and but we managed to do it. So the front dash speakers have been changed. Now you can see the door cards have been stripped back, and we're changing the front 6x9 woofer. That's this one here. These are actually the rear speakers. They're actually speakers for the rear passengers. And you can see where they're situated. They will literally be about here. There's actually another speaker just in the rear section here, but we're not changing those. So it's just the front speakers we're changing. What a lovely car this is. Now, 3 classics here. Let's start with this 964. This belongs to Sam's Detailing. It's an RWB 964. I'm sure many of you have seen this on social media, and you've probably seen it at some events up and down the country. It's in with us for a complete audio upgrade. It's already been done. So here we've added a Kenwood single-din stereo. We've replaced the front speakers with some Audison speakers, added a Kenwood Active shallow mount sub box in the passenger footwell. There's also an amplifier hidden underneath the seats and some rear Hertz 4x6 speakers. Sounds absolutely brilliant. Over here we've got a long-term project. This W124 or C124 coupe convertible, is in for complete audio upgrade. So it's JL audio, subs, amps, speakers. That's more or less done. We've already put it on airlift performance. We're waiting for some wheels to come in, and this should be finished over the next month or so. So can't finish it until the wheels are here. And then finally, we have got this gorgeous Capri 280 Turbo Technics. It belongs to a friend of mine, Kapal, who runs West London Classics. If you're not familiar with those guys, have a check on Facebook and also on Instagram. They have an annual show local to us in Slough, Stoke Poges, and it's typically all about classics. So this car's in for front speakers. Now it's got a pretty cool upgrade already. Stereo wise, there's an Alpine stereo, but it's got an old school Alpine equalizer, as you can see there. The front speakers are some Alpines from a few years ago. We've got to fabricate some new doorbells to house those front speakers. The rear speakers, they're pretty cool actually. They're a bit of a throwback, which works well with this car because it's a classic car. A set of Pioneer TS 2080s. Now, if you're from the 90s, you would know these speakers. Back then, these used to cost about £150. If you've got a set of these now, unused, unboxed, it's probably worth best part of £500–600. Pretty cool. Back in the day, a lot of people just used to run these as rear speakers and no bass because it is an 8-inch woofer with a tweeter and mid-range and so on, and there's ample bass from them. So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool once we set it up with the new doorbells playing through the equalizer and these old school retro TS 2080s. So since our last CAS Unplugged, we have had so many cars go through the workshop. Some of them are just for simple CarPlay upgrades, but others have been bigger projects, air ride, audio builds and so on. And rather than go through each and every car, and to be honest, I can't remember each and every car, we're just going to throw up a montage of some of the cars that have been through the workshop. Now. So guys, as you can see, I've changed now. I thought I'd try on one of our new Slam Sanctuary hoodies. I believe Palm is here in Tool Store. Come on, Jason, come on in. Somewhere. Here you are. What you saying?
What's happening? You all right?
You need that.
What's up, guys? Cool.
So obviously you all know Palm. He's constantly on the channel, typically talking about air ride, airlift suspension, X-Low suspension, and so on.
Yep.
But we're in Tool Store, and if any of you have been following the journey with Tool Store, you can see straight away that the shop has changed. It's in fact doubled in size. Since you manage the Tool Store side, as well as managing so many other parts of the business, well, why don't you tell our viewers why we've done this?
So yeah, I mean, firstly, it's been a crazy few months. So there's been a lot of stuff going on in the background. I'm sure Raj has touched on most of it, like the detailing depot. I've got Matt and his team working tirelessly on that as well to get that off the ground. And obviously the tool side of it, it's grown very nicely for us. So we thought we would, but we actually needed to expand the shop. We've got a lot more brands in. We quite quickly ran out of space. So I'll just quickly show you. Before, if any of you have been to the shop, you would have known that it was literally the shop was only up to here, so it's like a little bit of a small Aladdin's cave, but it was a nice Aladdin's cave. And like I said, a lot more brands on board, a lot more stock, a lot more inventory. So it was only natural that we had to extend the shop.
Although there's a lot of inventory missing
so
here.
we're about 85% complete. The actual hard part of it's done. We're just finishing off dressing the shop. We're still waiting for a few more demo stands to come in. So yeah, business is good, and I'm happy with the results. And this year it's about more growth. Yeah,
one thing I've got to say on the tool side is that there's some brands here that I've never heard of before. And there's some brands that even Amar talks about in the office that I've never heard of that brand. Barco, I'd never heard of before. But now I know it because I see it in the store.
Barco's actually a subsidiary of Snap-on.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, okay. And it's fantastic stuff, to be honest.
And pass load, I didn't know until you guys started explaining to me that some of these pass load products are expensive top-end gear.
Nail guns.
Yeah.
First fix, second fix. They got the full range of nail guns. So, we've just gone direct with them as well. Really fantastic product. So you can see, we're bringing in more and more brands. The nice thing is that a lot of the manufacturers actually knocking on our door now, wanting to work with us. Whereas, when you first start out, you kind of like, come on, we want to sell your product.
I think it's because they've seen some of the spice that we have on Car Audio.
Absolutely.
And we've used the same formula on Tool Store Direct. We're only 2.5 years into this side of the business. Yeah. And it's grown to a good portion where it's a sizable amount of our overall turnover. Yeah. So you've got to address this side, a few more brands coming in. Yep. Details for Tool Store Direct are on the screen, and there'll be a link down below in the description to the website. I think at some point, once the shop is done, maybe in a future CAS Unplugged, we'll look at maybe doing some sort of competition, get some of the brands involved, give away some goodies to our viewers. Right, so shall we grab a car, go for a drive? Let's just have a little chin wag about the last few months and what the next few months entails. And if you guys remember right at the top of this episode, I said there's going to be some cars up for sale. We'll talk about that as well. So guys, we are in the R129, which is one of the projects that is nearing completion. Is that correct? Oh, he's just done the wiper and he's forgotten that you got the camera there. Oh, looks like a DTM style German tuning car.
I need to fall.
Anyway, so we are in the R129, which is one of the projects that's nearly finished. Is that correct?
Apart from an audio install, which we'll do over the winter months, yeah, man, it's this time for the hard top to go on.
Yeah, the weather's changing, isn't it? That's why I'm wearing my hoodie. You obviously didn't get the memo.
Yeah, obviously not.
Yeah, so this car is on X-Low suspension.
We've been considering bringing out our own range of air struts for the last couple of years. Don't get me wrong, Airlift's still our number one brand, best brand in the world, but it was just to fill that gap for a few of the cars that Airlift don't cater for. Our struts are always going to be sold with Airlift management. But yeah, so if you're in the market for an air kit for your car, then yeah, get in touch. We should be able to get it sorted out.
Drives really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate, this car's banging.
It does drive really well.
Sick, mate.
It does. This car's had a lot of love. Even when I've taken it to, I took it to Mercedes meet at Ace Cafe. This car got a lot of love. A lot of questions about obviously the air ride and so on, because some people aren't always sure about the air ride, but I was open and honest and was told this car drives on point. So yeah, well done, nice one. So yeah, shows now. Although we did sort of do a CAS Unplugged at Goodwood FOS, that was more about our stand and more about the lead up to FOS. We haven't really done a proper Unplugged since the beginning of the year. And we've done so many shows. I'm not going to talk about each and every show. Goodwood Festival Speed was fantastic. It's great that we can attend these events with our partners who obviously support us, and without their support there's no way we can afford to be at FOS. I mean, FOS cost us, I think this year, £75,000.
It's a big bill.
It's a big bill, but so thank you very much to our partners, JVC, Kenwood, Pioneer, Alpine, JL Audio, Airlift Performance and JBL, and obviously we're there for the first time with Slam Sanctuary, the clothing brand. This weekend we've got the West Side Show in Chalfont St Peter. I think this episode will come out on the Sunday of the show, so unfortunately if you're watching this episode and you forgot about the show, sorry guys, you missed it. But then next month is our last event that we'll be going to, which is Ultimate Stance. Do you know the exact date? Let's look it up, guys. Let's look it up. So Ultimate Stance is Sunday, 27th of October. So guys, yeah, get yourself down there. It's an indoor show, which means even if the weather is bad, which typically at the end of October it probably will be, you'll be fine, because all the cars, well, most of the cars are indoor. There are some outdoors, but predominantly it's an indoor show. We've got our Cars and Coffee event Saturday, October the 19th. I think it's 11 till 3. It's a BMW M-Power meet. So that means your car has to have an M engine. So if it's got an M-Tech body kit, that's not considered an M-Power car. Is that correct, Palm? Controversial.
It's a matter of discussion, that, but yeah, generally M cars, yeah.
Details for that are on the cardiosecurity.com website, on the events tab. I'm hearing rumours this morning that we might already be at full capacity. So if you want to attend that, you need to get in there really quick. We'll probably have one more event at CAS in November, and that'll be for this year. The next one with the Empower meet, we actually have Papa G's food truck here. So even if you don't come with an Empower car, you want to have a look around, the food is going to be great, and some people come just for the food, especially Papa G's. So yeah, and then myself and Palm are going to SEMA, Las Vegas, first week in November. So that's a good little, I'm not going to say it's a break, because it's a business break, so we are working while we're out there, but it's always nice to catch up with some of our business partners over the pond in Vegas.
That year's gone quick.
It's gone super quick. Now, when it comes to CAS Unplugged, we sort of changed it up a little bit this year, and we had some podcast style videos, and some of them were talking about the history of CAS and car audio and so on. Is there anything that you think we should bring to the channel in terms of a podcast format? Is there something we're missing out on? Just drop a DM or drop a comment below and let us know what else you'd like for us to bring to the channel. We are today, when this is being shot, a few days before this video goes out, nearly at 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is obviously a massive achievement for us. If you are watching this episode and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button please, because your help means that we can get to 100,000 subscribers, because that is our goal, and obviously that means that we can bring you even more content. Now, one final thing, some of my cars in my personal fleet are going up for sale. I have shot a video with a garage walk around tour. I'm not sure if that video has already hit my personal channel, Raj's Garage. If it has, there'll be a link to that at the end of the episode and down below in the description. Make sure you give my personal channel a follow as well. It's more about me, my cars, and the journey with my cars. So some of the cars are going up for sale. Well, firstly, I've sold my E30 M3 barn find. That's done, that's gone, taking a substantial deposit, and that will be leaving my garage at the end of September, early October. My Pug 19 GTI in the shop, that'll be coming down in November, that'll be going up for sale. My Mercedes 190e 2.5 16 valve, that's nearly complete. Just got to do an audio episode, that'll be going up for sale. I'm going to probably put on my track car for sale as well, the E46 M3. What? No, we're not driving, we're not using it.
Well, let's just convert it back to a normal M3 then.
Well, what do you guys think? Should I sell it as it is, as a track car with the AP brakes, the buckets, the cage? Is it easier to convert back to a normal car? It came with red leather interior, didn't it? We've got the interior. Take the cage out. It's a manual, non-sunroof, Vanos done, wave track diff, carbon intake, even Venturi carbon intake. So it's got a few bits on there. So that's going to go up for sale. My E36 M3 Coupe, the EVA model, that's going to go up for sale in the new year as well. The BMW E38 750iL, that's going to go up for sale, but we'll talk about that.
The silver one.
The silver one. In another episode. We'll explain why that's going up for sale. So yeah, there's a few cars that are going to go up for sale in the next few months. If you're interested, drop me a DM personally and I'll keep note of your interest, and when I'm ready to put up for sale, I'll drop you a DM. Guys, don't forget about the competition that Matt spoke about earlier on, the Meguiar's competition. That's going to be live for a few days after this episode drops. So the details for that are on the detailingdepot.co.uk website. Be part of that, it's free. All you got to do is sign up for a newsletter and follow the Instagram handle, and that's it, you're entered. And you could win £250, £300 worth of Meguiar's detailing products. In terms of projects, one other project, guys, so we've just bought another car. We're not going to shout too much about it yet, but it's going to be another base build. So it's going to be with the Orion subwoofers, with the HCCA, Orion amp, and so on. So yeah, we're going to leave that one for Blade, I think, so he can shout out about that one. And then 2025's around the corner. I'm sure there's a few other projects that we want to jump into, but we'll talk about that another time.
Anyway, listen guys, thanks for watching, and if you are new to the channel, or if you just stumbled across us, make sure you like, share, and most importantly subscribe, because when we hit 100k there's going to be a massive giveaway. So yeah, just keep plugging us please guys. Thanks very much for your support, but for now I'm going to sign off.
And over and out from me. See you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Cheerio.